Hello everybody. My first question was, well, if there was any more beer left, but we all know what happened to that. But my other question is, there's been other questions being asked to everyone on the panel about what was your break into acting, but I would like to know really more so the process of how it was whenever, I mean, yeah, you got your headshots, you got your resume all set up, you sent it off to agencies, but it's really what was that big break that you were able to get? What was the process like?
Well, I don't know, I'm going to sit this one out.
I got my first big break. I was hired by William Shatner for a show called Tap War. Cowgirl! That would be me, yes. Thanks for remembering.
My first big break was actually getting into drama school in England. Yeah, I mean, because getting it, look, you know, when you're not, getting into the business is the single hardest part about it. Staying in it actually is the hardest part about it, but it's hard all the way along. But, you know, you get this question asked, how do you do it? How do you get into the business? And there's no one single answer. You know, you get people who haven't acted a moment in their lives and suddenly they're movie stars. And you have people who have been on...
Thank you.
That's the job I was looking for. Or you have people who have been on stage for their entire lives and suddenly they're discovered.
Thank you.
But mine was certainly getting into drama school.
I was working as a bartender in Hawaii at this place, and I got spotted on the beach for a modeling contract. And then they hired me in Baywatch, Hawaii. That's where I really got my acting chops. That's when they knew I was something special. And then I did some runway work in Italy and stuff like that. It just exponentially grew from there. Cut my hair. Grew into some cornrows and stuff and got a big part in Stargate. Finally got rid of him. Maybe not. Jason, there's one more beer in the bucket. What's your bucket list?
In 2006, I did a movie called Mega Snake. Sci-Fi Channel. I think it's going to be my out. Yeah, I'm looking forward to that one getting released and seeing the feedback. Do you play the snake? What do you?
He plays the mega.
I'm not going to give away the ending on that one. It's really hard. Well, let me put it this way: can there be a Mega Snake 2 starring Michael Shanks?
No, they just offered that to Ben Browder.
As soon as I hit the crack pipe, baby. Although, you know what?
He can't do it, so Gary Jones is doing it.
If Hewlett were here, Hewlett could trump that because he did a movie called Boa versus Python. And where's Corin? Because he did Mansquito. And I think that might be the mother of them all. Yeah, that might be the end of the rainbow. Lost Treasure of the Grand Canyon. Oh my God! Security. Seriously. She's seen too much, she knows too much.
How we doing? Next question, please.
Hello. For Michael, Ben, and Alaina, Michael and Ben, if you were to offer Alaina advice on dealing with the fandom over the course of time as you have, what would it be? And for Alaina, which of the esteemed colleagues on the panel would you go to for advice on dealing with the
Me first.
You want to field that one? I would definitely say to Alaina, read everything on the internet because I think you'll find there's a vast, enormous resource source out there that is very enlightened and feels that they're very accountable for their actions and therefore understands the responsibility of illustrating to you and critiquing your work. So I think it's very important to listen to those voices individually and heed them.
Thank you. That's what I've been doing wrong.
Google images. You'll find some very creative ideas in places to take your character, or costumes to take your character, or relationships your character may want to have in the future.
There are some beautiful ones of Michael and Ben, actually.
That's just from conventions.
Why do I? Because I made most of them.
I think that's all the advice I need. Thank you.
Hey, next question.
Hey Martin, how did you get started in writing, and how did you get started writing Stargate?
I got started writing on a travel show called Taste of Life. It's a terrible title for a travel show, and I basically would just plagiarize travel websites about those cities because I figured that's what the cities want us to know about them, so I'm going to put that on TV. And I don't know, it was just kind of, I got a little momentum here and there, and then Stargate, I had written a mini-series that Robert Cooper had read, and they offered me to come in and pitch, and I was like, oh man, I'm never gonna get this job. And I pitched a bunch of stories. They amazingly bought one called Childhood's End, and which is just a ridiculous episode. I mean, for everything to like, that's the one to start it. But so they flew me out to Vancouver, and we broke the story. And they all seemed like really great guys. And individually, they each came up like it was a secret. And they were like, listen, here's a piece of advice. You seem like a nice guy. They're looking at you for a staff position. Just write the board. Don't stray for the board. Just write the board. And I was like, okay. And then someone else would take me aside and be like, listen, this is the secret. We never tell anyone this. Just write the board. And then finally, Brad was like, hey, listen. Just write the board. So I wrote the board. I wrote the episode in a week because what was I doing? I was working at Starbucks. Actually, by that point, I quit. And they liked it, and I was like, oh man, they're going to buy a Stargate script for me. I'm going to be able to retire. Because at that point, I was like, just loving macaroni and cheese pretty much every day. I was like, I can live on this money for 4 years. This is going to be great. I'm going to travel. And they read the script, and they liked it. They thought I wrote enough of a condescending, jerkish McKay. I have a knack for that, apparently. And that's it. I sent in the script Wednesday, and I moved to Vancouver on Monday.
Hi, this question goes to any of you, and I'd like to know if there is any movie or show from your past that you did in the past that you regret doing. Here you go. What was I doing that?
Really, this panel? That's the question you want to ask? How much time do we have?
Better yet, why would we answer that?
Anybody?
No, we don't need audience suggestions for answers.
Forget me, just shout out,
Answer it!
Pegasus.
No. There's one I did called Sumeru that trumps them all. Come on. Alien babes.
You don't regret Sumeru, you just regret the thing on your chin.
I think I did Sumeru because I was really doubting that a movie like that would ever get made. It was kind of one of these things that I believed that someone was going to call just a week before I got on a plane to go to Africa and say, no, dude, we're just kidding. We're not making that crap. And they never did, and then I made it, and then people watched it.
Like you had a pay-or-play deal, and you thought there's no way they're going to make this.
Well, originally, get this one. You'll love this one. Originally, apparently, when the South African production company and the Germans, because we all know they have good taste, put together a package to send this movie off, and they pitched it to the Sci-Fi Channel. The Sci-Fi Channel rejected it because it was a little too cheesy for their taste. I shit you not. So those of you that have seen it, that did watch it, made some bold efforts to do so, and
What's it called? Subaru? What's it called?
yeah, exactly. Nothing. You don't need to know. Those of you that own a copy of it, seriously, give your head a shake. Just putting it out there. Anybody else? Career regrets? Career regrets? Nope.
Okay, this is the last question.
This question's from Martin. There was a big change in Sam Carter's character between SG-1 and when she moved to Atlantis. Was that something that was done purposefully, or was there any discussion between the writers on why her character would start deferring to other people instead of just being take charge like she had always been before? Or did it just kind of happen?
Well, it's a different, she wasn't a team leader, she was a base leader, you know, it's more of a managerial position, and I don't know that she was that different. I mean, it was all the same writers writing her, it was the same Amanda, you know, it was just a new job and a new team, and also she was a clone. I think they're asking you why you cut the character's balls off. Are you saying why did I ruin the character? I'm starting to realize why writers are usually not invited to Dragon. Getting it, piece by piece. I'll take this message back. I don't know. I mean, I think that character just needed to be. It was a different role we needed for her to play. I don't think we cut her legs out. No, she certainly doesn't think that. That's why she quit and did Sanctuary. Yeah. And on that note, well, yeah,
That was a great one to end it on.
guys, thank you so much for coming here, and thank you for your support. Not of me, but of everyone else. Have a great weekend, and we'll see you at some of the other panels.
Have a great weekend, you guys. DragonCon rocks. Be safe, have fun. Thank you.
Climb them down. Not in my way.